And for those of you wondering, I'm watching it from Funimation's website, and I'll be starting my reaction from the 24-second mark. And 1-0 and go. Oh, we're absolutely pumped up for this, especially considering that it's the season finale. Alright. Gotta admit, the drawings here look absolutely fabulous. Hopefully they got some kind of barrier spell to, at the very least, reduce any potential damage the snakes could do. I hope for their sake those snakes aren't flame resistant. Huh! Whoa! Oh, snap. Yeah, hopefully cooler hits prevail. Huh. Whoa, whoa. What does he want to do with San Liang there? Here. Okay, that's quite a big leap in logic right there, though. Whoa. Even if that were the case, Xiaolang has done much more to help the cause than anything else. That's what he has to consider too. Why would he not stand by his side? I mean, Xiaolong was bitten by a snake, and he took a bit. Well, no, I mean, I guess technically he didn't take a bite, but he wanted to protect Lian, though. That's the thing. And I think that matters for much more than any type of suspicion, at least in my personal opinion. You know something I love about this series? Like, despite the tense external circumstances, just completely calm. Hey, you know, I actually like this, seeing some of his combat skills. Unless it was that other lady that we saw running in the desert that could be causing it. That could be my guess. Unless there was someone already there, that's the issue. Alright. Whew. Thank goodness they got that umbrella. And you know something I like about Lang? Nothing passes him by either. He always has like his guard up as if he has like some kind of sixth sense to trigger just in case things get really troublesome. And that's something I love. Oh. Wait, wait, wait. Yo, that man with the eye patch, he looking badass. Okay, I'm gonna assume that's gonna be Sun Liang. Only because we see that individual with the eye patch in the opening of the series. So there's gotta be a significance behind that. I mean, when it comes to Leanne, you can't blame him for trusting buying you only because of the history we had with her in the past, you know? Huh. Oh man, I really wish we were able to peer into that sword fight right now, though. Wait, if that's the case, why would he be involved then? Huh. Hmm. Question is, why would he be trying to keep it a secret, though? Kind of like how just a seemingly casual scene of dialogue in one of the first few episodes led into some epic foreshadowing, and now we're finally getting the payoff. I found that. That is some pretty dang good writing there. Hmm. I love how now he's completely calmed down to the point that he doesn't even have to stare at the snakes directly anymore. Huh. So what, a clone or something? Huh. Yeah, that's actually a good question, unless that vendor was guided to go into that location. Oh. Sure, because what benefit would the face have in lying, at least in that moment? It won't really have much benefit at all. And that also explains why Zhao's character design looked so detailed, because I was like, alright. They wouldn't make this character seemingly not related too much to the narrative look that good unless he was going to factor in later on. Whoa! Okay, so that's why I felt Zhao looked a bit off when they first introduced him, because I was like, this man looked. At least when they first introduced him, I'm like, no, he looked way too handsome to be just a random, nameless. I wouldn't say nameless, but just a random character. His design looked way too good for that. Now I just hope they delve into the reason as to why he'd be doing that. That's going to be the bigger question. Man, I'm gonna miss just the fact that this is gonna be the last, probably the last time they have the Heaven Officials Blessing opening. Oh man, kind of wish the series was like 22 to 26 episodes length. I can only hope it did well enough to get a season 2. Hopefully, I'm gonna cross my fingers for that because this series deserves it with like the great quality, nice character, great characters, great production values. I mean, there really isn't much more you can ask for. As for the opening itself, yeah, they've about shown off almost everything in the opening, save for maybe going deeply into the past of Leon. That's about the only thing they haven't shown yet. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, they've showed Leon and Lang together. They've shown the men in the eye patch, too, from the open into this week's episode. Yeah, they've about to have almost everything covered, unless, for at least for episode 11, they're going to go the route of showing off a bit of Leon's past. Because those are about the only things I haven't shown off yet. His past, and also what his neck looks like without the bandages in the actual episode. Right now, it is back. Sweet. Huh. Hopefully Millstone can calm down just a little bit now that he's waking up. I can only hope. Oh, snap. I mean, honestly, what was Millstone going to do anyway? I mean, with him being bound up, he wasn't going to be able to do anything to the man anyway. Well, unless he was lurking in... Wait! Okay, now that's quite the twist. That explains why they didn't show the boy's face in the previous episode then. I mean, the thing is, it's not like Milson would be able to do anything about it, though. Oh, jeez. I mean, now that she's confessing to it, I just wonder what type of punishment they're going to give her, though. Huh? Jeez, it's pretty darn messed up right there. Aww. And it's really the bigger shame that she was separated by Leon, too. I think if she would have stayed with him longer, she would not have ended up in the negative path she went towards. But that's life, though. Life isn't going to really care about your circumstances sometimes. Oh, damn. I mean, the thing about that, I understand the rationale to not resorting to violence, but sometimes you do have to do things you're not willing to do in order to defend yourself. So I kind of do take the sense of General Pete Jr. And we know that our boy Leon made it alive, but just seeing her distressed like that, though. Huh? Gotta admit, I do like that charismatic confidence from Millstone. That's a pretty darn attractive trait right there. It just makes me feel about that. Just everything went to shit, though, for all of them, for Millstone. Hmm. That's the thing about conflict, though. You might have all the confidence in the world, but you just can't control fate when it goes against you sometimes. And at least now we got the rationale as to why she opened up the gates, too. Not to say it's morally justifiable, but it is narratively justifiable now. I mean, I'm not gonna blame her for doing what she did. It's completely wrong, though, but at least now they finally give her perspective. Wait. Oh. And I kind of like the messaging in the series too, where it ain't never really good to oppress a group of people, because if you get to know a group of people, you can see that there's some good kind of folk, and here you're seeing how messed up things can be with years of people conflicting with each other, pushing on people's buttons and all that. That's something I really love about the series. Mm-hmm. That is a good point. Considering in life there's a limitation of resources, no matter what, there's going to be conflict. It's just the way things are. Whether they be small, huge, big, medium-sized. Oh. Now that's pretty interesting there. And I admit, the girl pulled off her job professionally. Oh dang! Yo, that's ice cold. Holy. Holy cow, right there. Thought I saw a bug. For some reason. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Whew! I was getting worried that something was going to happen to the girl for a second. Gotta admit though, even the cloud CG looks so dang gorgeous. Yo, this dude looks like he got beat up! Oh. I love how he's like so scared of even talking more. That's adorable. Hmm. Huh. But I'm assuming though, hey, Junior seems like he's willing to accept any type of potential punishment though. Just going by his facial expressions. Mm-hmm. Okay, talk about being let go with just a slap on the wrist there, though. But then, oh, Hey, at least that answered some of the questions I was wondering in the previous episodes. Alright. And that'd be really dang messed up, but that's like, oh! Is it actually gonna take a stance? Hell yes! Oh boy, he's gonna let himself be pushed around. Oh. That explains why Banyu never really seemed to ever take the offensive, or never was shown to kill off someone directly then. I just like how the other girl's just straight to business. they're both adorable in their own way. Aww. Dang, that's a pretty nifty ability if you can just do it like just within like and then in like an instant. Aww. It's really just sad just seeing the fact that she lived her life thinking that one of the persons that she treasured the most just straight up died. Huh. Okay. Actually, I like how, at least in here, they're showing how he can get his hands dirty significant amount. Alright. I like this because aside from it showing how much of an emotional manipulator he was, and nudging Banyu into, say, opening the gates and things of that nature and getting her to go on the offensive, I do like how this shows you that, hey, he's no weak wimp either, and seeing him at least fight a bit in these flashbacks. So, actually I like it. Doing a good job of giving him some more nice characterization here. Okay. I wonder what's going to happen to the people that are following Faye. Are they gonna die because that man looked salty as hell? And that's a scary thing when someone dies too. People will assume what their intentions would be, but sometimes it can be completely off. Oh boy. So what, he's gonna want to get rid of his rank? Oh, and you know something else I appreciate about these flashbacks too, aside from showing us the mindset of Zhao and Banyu? I actually like the fact that here, They're actually straight up animating the flashbacks this time. It ain't a bunch of stills like it was in some of the previous episodes. You can definitely tell since this is the season finale, the animators for the series, they went to work with the flames looking super realistic. Oh man, oh man. Oh man, I don't think I want to watch it. I don't think I want to. Oh, I thought for a second they were gonna burn the steak or something. That'd have been super troubling. Hmm. Ah. But hey, that's life though. You're not going to be able to progress through it without making some enemies, even if you don't want to. It's just the way things are. But hey, you never know though. People can change depending on these circumstances. I love the way he does that just to tease him. That's the type of character expressions that really complete the series for me. Hmm. But I wonder what type of effect that's going to have though. Hmm. Man, that looks beautiful. Just the sunrise right there. And the coloring effects too. Alright, now this is what I like to see. A nice, happy ending. And I do like how at the very least they didn't forget about the other travelers. Because in some animes, when you sometimes see conflicts resolved, sometimes writers forget about the people that the main characters are supposed to save. And they just skip through that. Thankfully the series didn't do that. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh. And that's the type of thing I love to see. Leon's name just getting some respect, some praise, and him getting more recognition. Whereas actions, we're seeing how they're touching multiple people's lives for the better. Huh. Huh. Those are some pretty epic feats. Like the traumatized look at his face. He's probably lying. He's like, no, fuck up. Yeah. Oh. Oh, damn, it looks like in kiss shot distance right there. Oh, oh! Oh. Gotta admit now, that was a spicy way of ending off the season. Alright. I absolutely love that. Now, if I were to rate Heaven Official's Blessing episode 11, it was a nice way of capping off the season, and I'm going to rate this one straight up a 9 out of 10. Because it had a difficult task of... Okay, for some reason my laptop shut off. But anyways, at least for the most part my laptop stayed on for most of the reaction. But let me give me the rationale as to why I believe this episode is 9 out of 10 worthy, though. The reason why I believe that is because it did a great job of justifying why Bonnie partook in the action she took when it came to opening the gates, why General P Jr. did what he did after just seeing what Lian went through and being trampled and all that. I'd be like, you know what? Even though what those two did was pretty wrong, Zhao and also Banyu, I'm not going to blame them. And aside from justifying it from narrative standpoint, I do love how the series further mentions that some of the Emily officials are corrupt, and I love how it emphasized that at the end of the episode. That was pretty nice. And I love how they're building up potentially... Oh, it looks like that's it. Oh, man. No. Oh, wait. The BS Season 2 announcement? We see a butterfly flying. I won't be optimistic. What does it say, though? It's not... Doesn't seem to be translated, though. Because there was a butterfly flying at the end. You know what? I'm going to have to look this up on Twitter. Who knows? Maybe there is a Season 2 announcement, and Funimation just didn't translate it, for all I know. But, scratch that, though. While I get the Twitter loading up. Something else I also like, too, about it. Actually, like, during this episode, you actually also get some development for some of the other characters, like Yin Feng, when he's like, no, he doesn't want any of the food from our main boy Lian. I thought that was some nice little comedy. And another thing I also enjoy about this episode too, I enjoy the fact that even though for Millstone they didn't give much weight for character development for him in this episode specifically, because we kind of already knew what there was to... Oh! Yes! I looked it up on Twitter. Yeah, apparently Season 2 is in production, going by Twitter. Sweet! Fuck yes! Wow. That's... Okay, that's pretty darn badass. Alright. I guess that's what was fun. I guess that's what was at the end of the episode that Funimation didn't translate then. Sweet. But yeah, that's what I thought the episode had a lot of nice character moments. And from a story standpoint, even though it wasn't massively action-packed, it really didn't need it. It did a great job of explaining character motivations. It did a great job in expanding for the future seasons, because now we know that some of the officials are corrupt, and it's implying that Lian is gonna make some enemies for some of the actions he partook in this episode, and I like that. Because, for one, in that happening, it's gonna make the conflict in Season 2 feel a lot more gratifying and a lot more tense, considering that he's gonna go up against high-tier people, not just your average Joes, potentially. And that's something I really dig. And additionally, I just like the emotional moments, too, where you see, when it came to seeing some of the moments with Zhao, you saw how he was so charismatic, yet there was a lot of things going on behind his back and all that, and it kind of made you feel sorry for the man. It's like, ah, poor dude. So even for some of the antagonists, the series does a good job of, at least to me, it makes me feel some sympathy for them. And that's one of the most impressive things about this series too. As for other things I also enjoyed about this episode, though, actually enjoyed the fact, too, that we got to also get answers as to who was the lady that summoned the storm a few episodes ago. That actually did a great job on filling in some details. And aside from that, something else I also like from a story standpoint, aside from getting to see some sad-looking flashbacks, I also love how we got to just see that all this time, Pei Jr. was in that flashback involving Banyu and also Leon. I thought that was pretty darn interesting. Just seeing the connections with the main character. And another thing I like too, it's further foreshadowing that there's more to Sun Liang that meets the eye, because again, we saw the man with the eye patch and I'm like, okay, this is definitely seeming shifty. Not to say that Xian Lang is a person with negative intentions, because we know that he absolutely loves and adores Leon. That one's making him wonder what in the world is he hiding when it comes to like his backstory. And that's why I thought this episode was really interesting from a story standpoint, because aside from getting finally a lot of answers to the questions I had, it provides even more questions, and I'm like, oh, dang it. And it's going to make the wait for season 2 feel a lot longer, but you know what? I don't mind it one bit, considering the series is amazing. I don't mind waiting a while for it. Now, aside from that, I gotta give praise to the animation and artwork. This is one of the prettiest episodes of the series by far. I mean, you can definitely tell that this was the money episode. Just considering the fact that for this one, every single fight scene looked really great. And while, yes, you could argue that some of the CGI on some of the snakes looked a bit plasticky at times, most of the time, since the area they're in was dark, the CG blended almost seamlessly with the 2D animation. It was only when the lighting was a little bit brighter where it was pretty noticeable. So that's something else I gotta give it absolute praise for. And from like the sun rising towards the desert sequences when the artwork was bright, all in all, it looked absolutely amazing. Or when you had some facial expressions from, like when he was doing this and smiling, that looked great. Or when you saw some of the flame animation at the start of the episode and you saw the snakes burn into a crisp, that looked gorgeous. So all in all, from a visual standpoint, episode was perfection, and it was definitely a step up above episode 10. And the artwork was just absolutely gorgeous right here. I'd say, if anything, this episode was probably the prettiest looking Heaven Official's Blessing episode by far from an art standpoint, because he had a variety of backgrounds in this one. He had desert backgrounds, cave backgrounds, city backgrounds with some flames going around, with some beautiful flame effects. I mean, there was a lot of variety. And the animators did it with a tough task of also making the episode 32 minutes long, and that was one of the most impressive bits about it. So that's why, from a visual standpoint, near perfection. The voice performances were absolutely amazing. And that's why I had to rate this a 9 out of 10. I honestly can't rate it anything less. And as for the series itself, I'm going to give it a rating of, it was greatness. It was actually one of the best animations I saw in 2020. And that is saying a lot, because in 2020 I watched a lot, and I mean a lot of anime. I think around like, I'm trying to think how many anime I watched last year. I watched like 104 something anime, like 104. And that's just with 2020 anime alone. So in Heaven's Official Blessing, if I were to put it on that list, it would for sure hit my top 5. And that's saying a lot, because I watched a lot of stuff last year. So that's something I gotta give the series also praise for. It was one of the best things I saw. And that's why I have to give it an overall rating of great. And then on top of that, almost every scene when the characters were talking was satisfying. Consistent production values from episodes 1 through 11. Beautiful music. Even the opening was kick-ass, too. With a lot of subtle nuances that make the series funner because it's like, as a Donghua only fan, it's like, I watch the series and then I constantly watch the opening just to see how it connects, and it gives an extra layer of fun. And that's why I felt the series was great overall. And I'm definitely going to miss having it in my life. But, anyways, y'all, these are my thoughts on Heaven Official's Blessing, episode 11. I would actually love to hear your thoughts on how I feel about my reaction, or the episode, or the series itself in the comment section below. Hope y'all rate the video, share it, comment, subscribe, and before I go, for those of you wondering, yes, if it were to ever get a season 2, I'm definitely going to be reacting to it. Definitely, like, there's no doubts about that. But chances of me reacting to season 2 are a 99.99999% chance. The only thing that would prevent me from reacting to it is my life going into like absolute random ass tragedy. That'd be like the only way I could see myself not reacting to a season 2. But scratch the safe for that happening, I am definitely going to be there whenever it comes out. But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching my video, and I hope you have a fun, great, safe, and fantastic day, everyone. Bye-bye.